Easy now. So the other day it was my birthday and my brother brought me an amazing gift. So big shout out to you. Cheers, man. I really appreciate it. Turns out that they've brought out this Warhammer 40,000 character encyclopedia. I wasn't aware that it existed until he bought it for me, so it was a bit of a shock and a surprise. Um, I would highly recommend this to anybody who is either an enthusiast for Warhammer or anyone who is looking to get into it. It basically contains a brief summary of every sort of main character or the poster children of each different chapter, a brief timeline summary, and it's just phenomenal. Also, the, the story of the games, Space Marine and Bolgan, follow a Captain Titus who gets demoted to Lieutenant Titus, and this comes with the figure as well. So that's a nice touch. So just to get into it, we have story of contents, introduction, we have the timeline about the Imperium, and then it goes on into Rabute Gilliman, who is the Primarch of the Ultramarines. There's some artwork and some information about him. And then Calgar, I believe he used to be a figure when we collected back in the day, but he's been sort of reinstated with new figures and stuff like that. It's pretty cool to see the development from his original figure through to the current figure today. There's so much information that is contained within this book. It is phenomenal. There's Titus. One of the main things that I love about the Warhammer environment, the whole universe, is the fact that there is so much information, so many stories. Each character has so much. There's generally books and novels that are written about each character and each event. And then on top of that, the figures are so detailed and people can paint them to such a phenomenal standard. I've tried my very hardest to get as good as I could, but unfortunately I don't think I'm half as good as these. I'm going to try and paint Titus up and do the best that I can for him. But yeah, I was saying I first started collecting orcs, but we bought a second-hand army, so my first proper army was Space Wolves, and they're phenomenal. Bjorn the Fell-Handed, monster. We had a rune priest, which was pretty cool as well. So he was like a Terminator, yeah, like this guy. Sort of all of the engravings and etchings on him and stuff. I'd love to have the time to go through and actually paint figures up and get the skills like this, but it's a proper dedication. So when you see figures that are painted like this, someone has spent hours on it, literally like days of painting, but they're beautiful. And yeah, it might be slightly geeky or what, but I'm not even bothered about it, you know. Let's be 100% honest. The figures are cool, the skills are cool, the stories are cool, the games are amazing as well. So I was completely blown away by the fact that Space Marine 2 came out, and I wasn't aware that Space Marine was a thing. So I went and bought it from CEX for like £5. Unfortunately, it wasn't backwards compatible for the Xbox, so then I had to get the 360 out. But look at the detail on some of these figures, they're beautiful. So yeah, like I said, anyone that was interested in starting Warhammer, this would be a perfect start and introduction to it. Anyone that's already an enthusiast, if you just wanted like a well of information on all of the main characters, then this would be the perfect place to start. Commissar Yarrick, Sebastian Yarrick. I've made an orc claw of his out of some recycled plastic when I was doing the cosplay craft. Yeah, his old school figure from back in the day. My pal Manny had it. It was sick. His gun with like the skeleton on it. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna wrap this up, but I'm gonna have to admit that this is actually really cool, and I can't wait to get the time to read through it. Celestine, what a model! Check that out. I've printed one of these as well, and I did quite a good paint job as far as I'm concerned. So like, it might not be up to this standard, but I was well happy with it. But it's so fragile because of these ribbons. Anyway, so yeah, highly recommend this. The artwork, the stories, the figures, everything about it, it really captivates the imagination for different armies and what you might have potential for. But just be prepared that like the figures aren't cheap, and if you start getting addicted to it, it's going to consume your life. But yeah, Nurgle. There's some phenomenal characters. Anyway, I hope this has helped you. I hope you have a great day. Thank you for watching the video, and if you want to see me paint Titus, leave it in a comment. Peace.